All right, folks, welcome to Pardon the Brickruption, where two AFOLs get down and dirty about your favorite topic, Lego, all day, every day. What's going on, my friend?
I'm going, man. Going good, feeling good. Living in the world of Lego. It's okay. Always its benefits and all that stuff. So I'm here.
Okay. Ain't no other world to live in. If you did, I'd tell you to bring your toilet paper with you. All right. Inclusion. All right. What do we know about it, and what's the topic?
Inclusion. So we're living in 2022, where inclusion is the big word of the day. Everybody is involved in inclusion, whether you want to be a part of it or not. You are a part of the conversation. So inclusion with Lego. We discussed this a couple months back in reference to the Black Panther set that came out. And, at the end of the day, it kind of got some conversation going outside of our circle. And, the question comes up, what is inclusion when it comes to Lego? We just got a new set that came out, which was a foosball set. And it doesn't have any yellow characters. It has all different shades of color. And, that's a huge step from Lego because it's not a licensed, it's not licensed or anything like that or any IP. This is something coming directly from the company. So, that's a huge step in the right direction. And I think we're getting there, slowly. But, I mean, one step as opposed to no steps is still progress.
I tell you, inclusion makes me sick to my stomach. And I say that because at a certain point, when's enough is going to be enough, right? Like, It's not Lego's fault that we live in a society of different shades, or we live in a society that are sensitive to different shades. And I say that, friend, is because that at a certain point, you start getting away from making these fictional characters and stories, and everything that you make starts to be real and realistic, right? And, for instance, we love great stories such as with Spider-Man and Miles Morales, and it's a whole nother twist where you have a Latin American living in New York City become Spider-Man and living in a dream. Brooklyn is the joint, right? But at the same time, to what cost do you start to water down your product because you're trying to make everybody happy? I get it. Not too many people are going to, agree what I'm saying with, because you want that inclusion. You want to get everybody in. But Lego, if you're listening, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job, because people like me and Corey are fighting a good fight, right? We try to keep you in bed with the inclusion that you vowed to, right? But at the same time, I think that it's not so much of the products that you put out to have inclusion, but making it accessible to the people that aren't able to have them, like that Black Panther set. Have you bought it yet?
I have not physically bought it yet, but I will be doing. I will be getting it very soon. Yep. I would say that.
Same but here. It's not. I haven't bought it yet, but it's and there's an item on this list, and we'll get to that. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but we'll get to that. But It was that Black Panther was the setup for inflation. Can you say inflation? Inflation, folks. Forget inclusion. Inflation.
Inflation. I mean, think about it. Lego is a company, right? And any company's job is to make money. And Lego has been making some money, a lot of money actually, these last few years since the pandemic. Some things have changed in Lego when it comes to their shipping, when it comes to their distribution. All that stuff was disrupted because of the pandemic. So now we're at a stage where we're all kind of feeling the burn from inflation when it comes to filling up your tank, when it comes to getting groceries, all that stuff. So now Lego used to be one price. I used to be able to go to Lego store and say, all right, I'm gonna get this set, this set. I know what I'm gonna be paying. Now I gotta look deeper into my wallet to see if I can get that little bit of change that's in the corner of my pockets. Because now things are starting to go up for everybody, including Lego.
That's a good lesson learned. Think about it. You got two eyes, right? Inclusion, inflation. Every time you see inclusion, there's inflation. All right, next topic. Next collab we want to see with Lego. Who you got?
Okay. I thought that the sneakers that they came out with, the Adidas, I thought that was really great. I'll keep it real with you. I think those sneakers are ugly, in my opinion. I think that for what they were trying to do, I love it. Go for it. I thought they could have went with a better brand, and the better brand is Nike. Nike is the sneaker king. If you guys are the brick building kings, as you are, then why not collab with the best sneaker brand? I mean, Adidas is fine and everything like that, but man, you know how long we've been trying to see some Air Force Ones with some Lego on it? Like, you got to go and get it customized, and people ain't coming off that price. $350, they ain't coming off that price. But I tell you what, if they had an exclusive Nike Lego, and I could actually put Lego on the toe, on the sole of it, or whatever. Listen, if they had something like that for $350, you're gonna get my $350, that's for sure. So I think they could have did better with Nike.
Okay. Everybody wants to be down with the king, right? So you got Lego and you got Nike, which I think that probably would have been the better fit. But it is that I word again, inflation. It's all about the money. Nike wants that money. Lego wants that money. Why? Because I'm the king, right?
Yeah.
And so that's probably why that dance did not work out, is because it probably would have been, you probably would have been paying close to $500 a sneaker. And yeah, I'm pretty pissed about the shoe too. Did I buy them? Hell yeah, I bought them. But
Me too.
Because I finally got them. I went to grab a Lego brick, and I took a Lego brick and I tried to put it up against the stud, and it didn't fit. Can you say disappointment? Definitely disappointment.
Yeah, one job, Adidas. Yeah, one job.
And couldn't do that, right? And so, you know, it's that thing. It's like where, you know, you're never going to make anybody happy, right? And the thing about it is that you know, you make the deals that you can to make the product come out. And that's why I do understand that with Lego. However, you know, what else would you want to see?
Man. I think so. I love New Era hats. You know, New Era is I think the official hat for MLB. I would have loved to see because Levi came out with a Lego hat with the little Lego patch on the top, and you can actually customize it and everything like that. I thought that was really good. I think Levi's is probably the strongest collaboration that they've done with integration of their product in the wear of the clothes. You see Brickmaster Amy was wearing some Levi's on some of the episodes. So I think that's the strongest brand. But if I'm going to go with fitted caps, I would have loved to see that collaboration. I hope we get to see that collaboration between the two.
I want to see a crossover between sports apparel and Lego at a certain point, right? Because you got a lot of sports fans. You know, and maybe, you know, because that's probably more the brawn type of consumers are the sports fans, and so I would like them to try to venture out and do something like with the sports apparel with some Lego as well. Of course, that's going to get your pocket.
At the end of the day, everything that Lego touches is going to eat my pocket. So, you know, you're invested in this thing for life. So you want to get everything. You want to get every collaboration. I still got the IKEA stuff that came out. I haven't even touched it. It's just there. Why? Because I love Lego and I want everything Lego. So I'm part of the problem.
All right. In a lot of ads, you have actors versus AFOLs, right? So you got actors versus AFOLs in ads, right? In a lot of ads, they are using a lot of actors, and you know, you'll see some designers in the ads. We know who they are, but lately it's just been a lot of actors. And I mean, do you know, are they you fan of Lego or not? How do you know?
That's some of the things I'm bothered by when it comes to Lego. Let me share a quick story real quick. I had an opportunity to get a few of my students on one of their ads, their international ads. That would have been on Lego.com, and it would have been on other platforms. And they had to go through an interview process. So I kind of coached them during the interview process, trying to help them, be natural, be yourselves, talk about your build, like how you do in class with me. And I was even there for some of the interviews, and none of my students got selected. I ended up seeing parts of that campaign, and some of the people I saw in that, and I don't know if they're AFOs, I don't know if they're fans of Lego, but a lot of times I think it will be more impactful to see people that are in the community, even if you have to say, all right, well, let's go through Instagram, because that's where everybody's looking at Instagram, looking at followers. All right, let's go through Instagram. Let's see who are the Lego media people. Let's use those. Let's use those people in our ads. Because people already know the faces. We've already been giving them Lego for free to review. So if we have these people already here, already established, let's give them an opportunity to be on these ads. To show them playing with the Lego, to show them building with Lego, and then that can open the door for other people to want to be in part of the ads. Now, I'm not trying to take food out of the actors' mouths. At the end of the day, you're an actor. You're told by your agent, hey, you're going to be in a commercial for Lego. I haven't played with Lego in 20, 30 years. You going to say no to this check? Absolutely not. You're going to go for that check. You're going to do, you got to do. I get that. But I think Lego has some bit of leverage when it comes to their advertisement. And I think they should give AFOLs the opportunity to advertise for Lego. I mean, for a long time, there's been a veil between AFOLs that go to the brick cons, and they can't use the word Lego con because Lego don't want that. I think that veil is starting to come down a little bit, where Lego is starting to bleed through into the AFOL world. And if they're doing that, let's get some opportunities going for the AFOLs. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds very positive, very enlightening. But my friend, I am going to enlighten you to something else.
Okay.
AFOLs want too much, right? So they're probably the most difficult people that you're going to ever deal with. Now imagine having an AFOL on camera at this point, and you're down here looking at a set, knowing that it's probably missing some good qualities. How are they going to coach you up to be happy about this set that you're, as an AFOL, you're technically not happy, right? You're happy for the opportunity, right? You're happy to have that camera in your face, but technically as an AFOL, you're not happy because they didn't make this set. So how are they going to coach up this AFOL when you have a professional actor who knows how to smile and put on a face? And like I said before, how do you know they're AFOL or not? You don't know, because it's a regular person.
I'm going to push back on that just a little bit, because you have a show, and I'm sure you know the name of the show, called Lego Masters. And Lego Masters, none of us are actors. Well, one or two of us did some acting, in our lifetime, but for the majority, none of us are actors. But we're put in front of a camera, and we're told and coached, hey, you're going to be on TV, you're building something, you're stressed out, but you have to still smile for the camera. You have to still be enthusiastic for the camera. You got to work the camera. I don't think the majority of AFOLs are what people say they are, as far as like they're people who just sit in they're introverts, they stay in their homes, they just want to build, and that's it. I think there are some AFOLs that are not camera shy, but they're camera ready, and they can be on that type of platform. They could be on those, given those type of they're given those type of opportunities, and they can run with it. I think if you give them the opportunity, they'll do it, because guess what? We have another thing called Instagram, and a lot of these AFOLs, they're doing that every single day. So I don't see why not.
Well, I'm gonna double push back on you right there, friend.
Okay.
Because that show Lego Masters, and I'll just keep it to our season. That you had 10 teams that were very difficult. Those teams were very difficult because they've never been on TV. A lot of them never been on TV before, but some have. You're right. But even the ones that have was difficult because they were thinking about other shows. So they really wasn't thinking about that show. And on top of that, you had a few that were making a list of demands to producers. So they become a little bit difficult, right? Not only that is that when certain situations happen, there's some meltdowns that actually happen on set. Why? Because we're not professional actors. We don't know how to deal with that because we're not professional actors. We're artists. Artists are difficult.
All right. Fair enough.
Lego, what is your 5-year plan? This 5-year plan. All right. So far what we got right is inclusion, which tagged along with the inflation this year, right?
Yes.
Wanted to raise, but you're getting a lot of quality sets. Like I want to say quantity sets. A lot of quantity sets that are happening because they actually took your A-fall and they went ahead and made them official. So now they're a Lego designer. What do you think?
I think I think 5 years from now, I think we're going to see a different company in Lego. I think the rise of inclusion is going to get bigger. I think the fact that you have different Lego Master shows and seasons all over the world are bringing more people to Lego. And I think the fact that things that happen in America are bleeding all over the world. For example, when they did the women's, I think it was a women's march, that was done all over the world, like everyone. And when George Floyd, that whole situation and his death, that people were marching all over the world. And this is something that took place only in America, and the world reacted to it. So I think because of that, we're going to see more of the world interacting, and Lego is going to be forced to evolve with the world because they can't stay in a box for so long. They have to evolve. So I think in 5 years, we're going to see more people of all types of races, all types of colors working at Lego. I don't think the standard, 18 to 35 white male that most people consider Lego fans to be, that's going to be done away with come 5 years.
What are the demographics over in billing with the workers? What is the ratio, right? Because I want to tell you, like, I'm sure there's a lot of women that's over there working because women do make great designers. They have a better eye than most men do. They pay a lot more attention to details than men do. We don't really, bother with details too much. But however, we have a small percentage that do deal with details.
Right.
But what are the percentage of minorities over there? And I'm talking about color, right?
Yeah.
Not anything else. What are the percentages of a black woman being over there? What are the percentages of a black male being over there? What are the percentages of a Middle Eastern male being over there at billing? Or maybe an Asian male? And I take it there's probably a couple Asian men over there, probably a couple Asian women over there, but the ratio is probably extremely small.
I agree. I would say that most likely the large majority of employees that are employed at Lego in billing are the standard demographics of what was known as the Lego community of white male. So, I was trying to do a little bit of research myself to kind of get a better idea. I would say that in the last 2 years, and this is what I'm getting from insider information, people who are actually working there on campus, that they started to hire more people of different color, of different nationalities, of different backgrounds. Because, again, I think Lego is starting to notice that the world is changing. And I'm going to keep it real. And Lego, if you're listening, I don't want a room of 15 white males coming up with a black set. You don't have no idea what it is to be black, just like I have no idea what it is to be white. So, I think Lego is starting to notice that we need representations in those meetings to say, hey, we're thinking about doing this set. How is this going to impact the community around it? How is this going to represent the community? I guess I'll use my brother over here, whatever. there has to be representation inside. And I think that's where Lego is going in the next 5 years.
Representation. I like that word. However, in living in the world of professionalism, you and I would, and me being in law enforcement, they'll ask me, hey, look, you kind of want a police department, that make up the demographic of the area that you serve. I'm all for that. However, friend, if I'm faced with a situation where I have two candidates, one's white and the other one's black, and the white officer is more qualified than the black officer, I'm not inclined to take the black officer over the white officer. I want experience. Experience is what I want.
Okay, fair enough.
Lego Masters, then and now. You feeling excited about this season versus your own season, or maybe the season that's in between?
I'm always going to be biased. I'm always going to feel that my first season was the best, is the best, because we were the first. So there's no mistake. There's no blueprint that any of the other seasons have because they were not the first. We were the first. So our blueprint in our season is what kind of gave the guideline for season 2, season 3. Now, granted, they've changed it up a little bit. Season 2, they added 2 more teams to the fray. They added more intricate builds, more difficult builds. Season 3, we're starting to see already what they're doing. They're doing these shakeups. They're eliminating teams off the bat. They're bringing in new teams that has a huge TikTok following. So it seems like they're very social media driven on this season of Lego Masters. I'll tell you this. Social media, Lego Masters social media, their Instagram and their Twitter. They didn't have that when we came out. They rolled that out. I think, if I'm not mistaken, either first 2 episodes of our season or mid-season that they introduced, we have a social media site now. And even then, you didn't see a lot of stuff, a lot of content. We had to provide a lot of the content that they gave us to put on our social media. Now it seems like it's more of a connection when it comes to what they're doing on the show and then on their social media and trying to drive that interaction on social media. And now they're dipping into the Twitch area because they weren't really big on the Twitch area, and now they have stars that are on Twitch now on the show, and now you have stars that are on TikTok now on the show. So you could tell that there has been an evolution from our season to the season that is on now, and I honestly think it's really because of what we brought to the table. We set the bar so high that now they have to try to break that bar and go even higher, and I like it.
Evolution. That's a good word. I like that. My heart is always with season 1 because that's my family. However, the show has evolved, and I think that season 3 will probably be the best season of them all build wise. I think the builders have done their homework, and the builders you think about those builders been around since season 1. But they've gotten better and know the name of the game and studied up on their stuff. So they're better students of the craft, I should say, than versus us being, students of the craft in our time, right?
I got a question for you.
Yep.
I know you asking the question, but let me ask you a question. Do you feel now, because of the fact that our season was the first season, do you feel that these other 2 seasons, they have a bit of an advantage because they're able to not only see us on the TV, but they're also able to connect with us on social media? Because a lot of the builders from season 2 and season 3, we spoke to them personally. We know
that, friend. Rob is the word. Robbed is the word, right? Because when we were coming out, we couldn't. We were on social media, but we had to silence it. And you sat in the room with them. And when the producers told us, "Hey, look, you can videotape your vacations, like on your weekends, and you're going out, but don't post it because nobody's supposed to know you're here," right?
Yep.
And so when you're faced with that, and you're faced with a gag order where you can't post anything, you can't even tweet a word about it, then you feel robbed from when you're looking at season 3, and they are freelance. They're all in on their social media, and with Lego Masters provide them like photos or media footage for their social media. They're providing their own. We couldn't provide our own because we were told to shut up. So so I think that the show has evolved because they reached out to social media heavies like Brick and Nick, like Stacy, like Dom and his friend and his Twitch friend, or yeah. So you have evolution at its finest, and I think that our Lego Masters will survive because now you are adapting to the new times. Let's see, best collab.
Best collab. Honestly, oh man. At this point, best collab right now that I see that Lego is doing, I would have to say it has to be in the Marvel world. At one time I would say it was Harry Potter, but Harry Potter has been kind of slowing down. The content is not there. Marvel keeps rolling out these movies, and they're creating sets for these movies. They just came out with the Black Panther set. They have sets for the new Black Panther movie, Wakanda Forever. Before that, they had Thor: Love and Thunder sets. Before that, they had Doctor Strange set. So every time Marvel comes out with a movie that's gonna be big, that's gonna make money, Lego is tacked on to that. We got sets that go right with the movie, and people are gonna buy those sets because they want a piece of that movie that they can take home. And there's only, you have action figures that do it, and then you have, all right, well, my kids go and see this movie too. I don't want them to see these action figures with these characters with such realistic features and stuff like that. I don't want my kids to be exposed to that. What am I going to get? Oh, I'll get a Lego set. A Lego set is little figurines. They ain't going to see nothing from that. And then boom, Lego has a great collaboration with Marvel right now, because Marvel is a money machine. And as long as Lego keeps on that bandwagon and keeps pumping out those sets, they're going to keep making money. And I think we're going to talk about that a little later on.
Oh, yeah. Indeed. The best IP that I've seen, I want to say Marvel, but the Transformers line. Not too many people know that Marvel owns Transformers. They have a sister company that falls underneath that. There's a comic book, you can go get it, right?
Yep.
I think that was the breakthrough, I want to say, because for a long time, Hasbro was not playing well with anybody.
Had a chokehold on that.
And they had a chokehold on it for the longest time ever. It was so bad that they went out and had one done by Creo, and they fumbled it. And it was bad. And this was years ago. So if you got a Creo Optimus Prime, hold on to it, because it's probably worth something now. Because now that Lego came out with an Optimus Prime, you want the very first thing that came out, a brickable Optimus Prime, and you want the very first one, and now you got the new one. And mark my words, there's probably going to be another Optimus Prime, since we into doing repeats all the time, and we'll talk about that in 2 minutes. But I believe that they're probably going to do a movie version of Optimus Prime before you even get a Bumblebee, or before you even get another Transformer. They're probably going to do a movie Optimus Prime style.
Okay. I'm not even gonna. I wouldn't even debate that. I could see them doing that. Because Optimus Prime is iconic. He is the Transformer, so he's very iconic. So I could see them doing a movie version. But I do see Bumblebee is very popular. From the movies. A lot of people, a lot of kids, they love Bumblebee as opposed to Optimus. So Optimus is more for the 80s crew, for the kids that grew up in the 80s.
Mhm.
Bumblebee is more for the kids. The kids are growing up right now. So I can see them going either way. Honestly, I can see them going either way.
All right. We got a few minutes, so why not talk about it?
Right.
What do you think about the AFOL, Lego pulling the AFOL as a team designer? Boone, Aaron, your mama's boyfriend.
All right. I got 2 words. Actually, I got 3 words. Brickmaster Jamie. That's it. Brickmaster Jamie is an AFOL. He started off as an AFOL, bringing his creations to different conventions in Chicago and all that stuff. And Lego discovered him at a convention, and that was it. But for a long time, we only heard of Jamie being that breakthrough builder, being that breakthrough AFOL that got through the, whatever it was that stopped, regular builders of Lego to get to work for the headquarters of Lego. He was the one that shattered that window, that ceiling. So, for a long time, we didn't hear anything. And then Aaron got the call to go over. Then Boone finally got the call to go over. And I think a few other Lego masters from different countries. Actually, one of the who was it? Matthew Ashton. He's he started off as not started off, but he was one of the judges for Lego Master UK, and he's a senior VP. So obviously, they're pulling people who know Lego best to be the ones to design Lego. It seems far-fetched and almost nonsensical to even think that, but that's where you should go.
Yep. Hey, it's dreams do come true. All right, last 2 minutes. Brick it or break it. Here we go. In game, UCS Iron Man, another UCS Iron Man, Infinity Wars. Brick it or break it.
Oh man, I gotta say break it. Man,
we're breaking it. Already got one up there. I got the first one. Lego Masters canceled for the next week. Break it or break it.
I'm gonna have to go break it. The World Series is still happening.
I know. You got to break it, man. Forget the World Series. Put that thing on demand and call it a week. All right. Lego Masters up again. It's running late. Break it or break it.
I'm a break it. I'm gonna break it. I don't think they're gonna do this again. They're either gonna cancel it for the episode or it's gonna be on time. I don't see them doing it late.
They'll definitely do it again. The World Series is still happening. You got the National and the American League. It's gonna happen again, folks. So just prepare. All right. Christine and Michelle get voted off this week at Lego Masters. Brick it or break it.
I'm gonna have to say what was it? I guess brick it or break. I'm gonna have to say brick it. I mean, they kind of gave it away in some of the advertisements that they were putting out. So
yeah, it was becoming the unpredictable episode became the predictable episode. So Christine wears a logo hat by Brick on the National Lego Master Show, first ever, and they actually show the logo. Brick it or break it.
I'm gonna say brick it. I think like we said, Lego Masters is evolving.
It's highway robbery, my friend, and that's time. All right, folks. We will catch you on the second episode of Pardon the Brickruption. I'm Mel. That's Corey. Any last words, Corey?
Listen, man. Peace, love, live, and Lego. You know what to do.
All right, folks. We out.
Peace.